You're right on life in the Philippines, love, chain nation, and BobbieD. One nation under rule, one love.
Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from Talamban, Cebu, Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today, and I hope you are as well. We'll be from hey today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk to you about what is the true measure of a man. What's the true measure of a man? In the Philippines. Yeah. Now, for those of you here for the first time, I would suggest you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about a man, when a man loves a woman, I'm a strong man, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about a man, this is a man's word, you know what I'm saying? You gotta say, my brothers and my sisters, it is important that we understand what a man is before we can be a man. Before we can call ourselves a man. So now, let me tell you something. If you are a man, not necessarily you a grown man, but you're a known man, but you're a male from the male species, okay? That is your gender. Everybody, there's a male and there's a female. Now, there's many males walking around here that identify with the male species or the male gender. But when we're talking about man, not too many real men in this world. Now, I'm going to break it down to you so you can get around to you and you can understand what I'm talking about, okay? Because a lot of y'all just don't know. And so I want to let you know, manhood is a whole new level of being a man, okay? Yeah, real man. Oh, God, I wish I got this in me so much, and I just want to give it all to you at once. But some of you can't handle it all at once. You need to get it in bits and pieces. Because if I give it all this knowledge, all this information that I can share with you about being a man at one time, you can't handle it. Because a lot of you can't handle the truth. And you know what happens when a male cannot handle the truth? He explodes. He blows up. He goes into overload. Well, that's the truth. All that crazy stuff. So today I'm going to tell you about the true measure of a man. I'm not going to take long with this. Not a lot of people out there. I'm not going to take long, but I'm going to be strong. Okay, you with me, G? All right. Give me 1 second, please. I got to fix something before I start. I'm working on a new setup today. And I have a dual setup. Got another laptop right here, and I got one right here. But I'm trying to make sure I can monitor. All right. That's a monitoring laptop, okay? All right, so then we'll talk about what is your true man? What's the true measure of man, okay? And this is in the backdrop, of the Will Smith event, happened a few days ago. Will Smith blew up. He threw up. And he threw down on a smaller man, Chris Rock. Of course, Chris Rock said a joke that Will Smith and his wife didn't think it was funny. And it's okay not to think it's funny, but it's not okay to put your hands on another man. Ain't that right? You don't do that. Okay? So I have always, ladies and gentlemen, had high regard, high esteem for Will Smith. I thought he was a clean guy. I thought he was straight up kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Family man, American kind of guy. I would look up to and respect. I thought he was in other words, I thought he was handling his business. But when I did some research after the incident, it inspired me and it inclined me to do some research on Brother Will Smith. And some of the things I found out about his character, his personality, his nature, his family life, and his wife astounded me. You know? And so when I found out that Will Smith and his wife was in an open relationship, an open marriage, I was like, what? Will Smith? He into that sordid craziness, bestiality? What? Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith. And he even admitted his wife got some kind of show called Table Talk, something like that. Came on the show. His wife told him, I had an affair. Oh, she admitted it on international national TV. And he was like, what? Okay. Yeah, he was all right with it. I didn't know none of that till I just recently saw it, man. I was like, what? You want to sit up there and agree with her? She telling you she had a open. Hold on. I lost it. I lost some respect I have in a man. I didn't lose total respect, but my respect level for Will dropped down from here to there. Okay. Now, what am I saying? Am I trying to knock him down? Am I trying to bring Will Smith down? Nah. Son, that's my point. I don't bring down no man. I try to lift him up. That's what I'm trying to do. In the process of lifting Brother Will up, I'm going to lift some of you up as well. Because the first thing on lifting somebody up, you got to get a hold of them. And you got to lift them. You got to have the strength to pull them up. You don't push them down, but you bring them up to where they need to be. And in order to do that, my brothers and my sisters, it must come from the mind. You must enlighten him so his eyes can see, okay, the errors of his ways. Okay? So now, Will Smith is not my target. Okay? Don't try to, does it about you putting him down, you bring him down. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm trying to enlighten brothers and all my sisters out there what a man, a real man needs to be. In 2022, don't act like a boy. We've been called boys, African Americans, been called boys all our life. And you're going to get on it. Oh, no, don't get me started. All right, let's go. I got a lot of stuff in me. I'm going to make this quick because if I don't, I'll be here all day with you. Now, I don't want to. I knew you got that. I knew you. Some of y'all getting ready to go to bed. I know. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little bit late, but you know what? I'm all right. I appreciate it. I hope you appreciate it. And that's right. Let's go. Thumbnail for the day. I don't have a whole lot on this, so don't look for 15 thumbnail. I ain't got a whole lot. Okay, so I got a few. All right, let's go. Thumbnail for the day. Okay, see right there? Will Smith on the left, and my main man, one of my main heroes in life, Martin Luther King on the right. Now, does that mean that Will Smith is not a man? Nah, he's a man. But he's not the man. Okay? He's still developing. He's still growing. He's still a younger guy. He's like 50, 55, something like that anyway. But he's still growing in his manhood. And he made a big mistake. He had a setback. And whenever you have a setback in life, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the comeback. He's going to have a comeback. So I want you to understand again, I'm not putting Will Smith down. I would never do that. I don't bring my brothers down. Okay, that's not my thing. Each one teach one, each one reach one. If I was here, if I had an opportunity to speak to Brother Will Smith, I would teach him. I would reach him. I would teach him. I would show him that you don't do that. You don't behave that way. Okay? I would bring him along the way. Give me 2 weeks with Brother Will. Give me 2 weeks with Will Smith. And when I get through talking to him, reaching him, teaching him, he'll be a new man. He'll have a new mindset. Okay? That's how I'm not. So get it out your mind. Well, BobbieD, he just trying to bring him down. He assassinated his character. He wrong. Get that out your mind. That's the furthest point from what I'm trying to say. Okay? No, I'm not. I don't come against any man. 1 second, please. I got somebody at the door. Lisa's not here today. She can't get the door. Hold on, please. Just give me a minute, please. 1 minute. Time's up for the Keisha now. Kiss it now. Kiss it now. Pila lang saja. Pila. Oh, usah. Time's up, hello. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got an order from Lazada. I gotta pay this man. Lisa G's not here. Okay. Pila? 232. Yeah. Hello. 232. That's two. That's two. How much is that? Pila? Huh? 250. Come on. Time's up, hello. Oh boy. Alamat. Whew. Wow. Wow. I apologize for the delay, inconvenience. But Lisa D is not here today. She's, as I told you on the other broadcast, we have a guest this week with us. Lisa D's mom is here, my mama. Mama. I call her mama. And she's a beautiful woman, inside and out. She has a kind heart, good spirit. She's just like Lisa D. Yeah. So she's been taking her out all day. She just took left out with her, and then she'll be gone pretty much for a large part of the day. But she'll be back. But tomorrow, Mama's leaving, and so we try to make her as comfortable as we can. I love Mama, man. She's part of my family. You know, I love her as a part of my family, and I want the best for her. So anyway, I'm sorry for the delay. All right, so I forgot what was now. Yeah, but so don't think I'm trying to pull Will Smith now. That's not what it is. It's about lifting him up, opening his eyes, reaching him, and teaching him. Okay, that's what y'all know me by now. Y'all know me by now, man. I got to explain myself about that. Y'all should know me, but this is for the people that just tuning in for the first time that don't know me. You know, oh, he's just tearing down black on black crime. He just putting his brother down. Black as another black on black crime. Stop it right there, mister. I'm not like that. And if you want to know how I am, look at all my videos. Don't just try to come in pieces and say, well, you piece of a video and say, well, that's what he about, because you ain't seen the whole picture. Look at my whole body of video now, and that's to give you a whole body of what evidence of what BobbieD is about. Okay. All right, so let's go. Thumbnail for the day. Let's go right here. Yeah, this man. That's Will Smith on the left, and my man, my main man, and my inspiration in a lot of things I do and say, Martin Luther King. Now, the difference between those two men. Well, first of all, what are the similarities? Number one, they're men. Number two, they're African American men. Okay. Number three, they're both men were married. Number four, both men have children. And I could go right on down. There's a lot of similarities, but there's some dissimilarities as well. Okay. One is a strong man. One has a mind that's stable. Okay. One is a weak man. One has a mind that's unstable. Okay. And so how can you get a weak man to become a strong man? Well, look at it today. In other words, what is the true measure of a man? And so those of you that are looking at me right now, you think you're man enough to take this? Because when I get through with this today, some of y'all are gonna be doubting your manhood. Because I'm gonna show you, you have to measure yourself on two criteria. And a lot of you don't meet it. A lot of you can't cut it. And some of the reasons why you can't cut it, if say you're a real man, is number one. Sometimes, my guys, it takes maturity. It takes time living in this world to get to where you need to be call yourself a real man. I mean, it took me a long time before I stepped into my manhood. You got to step into that thing. You got to own up. You got to grab it, or life will grab you like it did Will Smith. Okay. But when you know that you done paid your dues, nobody can touch your manhood. And nothing can pull you out of your manhood. That's what happened to Brother Will. Will got pulled out, and he got called out, and he didn't answer the call properly. Huh? So I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you, man. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to pull you down. I'm not trying to cuss you out, but I'm trying to show you. And I can show you better than I can throw you what a real, true measure of a man is all about. I put my dues in, baby. Yeah, I've been in this world a long time. I came from a boy, and I grew up to be a man. Okay? And I stepped into my manhood, and I can tell the difference between a man and a boy anytime I meet you, and you say, hey, man, I say, okay, there's another wannabe. And it's okay, man, to be a wannabe. You just haven't got to that realm of realization that you have something special in you. It's called man. And when you understand your manhood, you can walk in it, you can talk in it, you can eat in it, you can sleep in it, you can be in it. That's what a real man. And you don't have to go around flaunting, oh man. You ain't got to do that, man. Your man is a part of your character, and it speaks for itself. Okay. So when you see these guys, I'm a man. They're weak. They're insecure about their manhood. Okay? You don't have to go around, I'm a man. You ain't tell me I'm a man. You are weak. You're insecure about your status of your manhood. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. Let's go. Got too many people there. Y'all don't hear this time now. It's okay, man. She ain't got to hear, but I got to give it. That's the difference. Inside of me, I got to give this. I got to give it out. If I don't, I won't be true to who I am. And that's one mark of a man, being true to who you are, being true to what you say you're about. Reaching, teaching, something about it. You know, if you don't like him, that's okay, man. Go and find somebody else. Go and get one of them channels that they want to joke at you out. Yeah, boy. I'm not the one, baby. Okay? I'm serious most of the time. Sometimes I like to play it, but it's not today. Okay? Let's go. All right. So, yeah, you see two men. And you see the symbol in the middle there is the symbol of manhood. Okay? That's the universal symbol of manhood. Okay? Both men are men. But one is trying to step in his manhood and ain't got there all the way. The other one already been there and done that. Some of you just the same way. You call yourself a man. You're in your man, but you really not. And some of y'all don't even know the real words of a man, what it's all about. So today we're going to look at a couple of things. And I don't have long. I'm not going to be long. I'm telling you straight up. I got two things I want to tell you about. That's it. Let's go. See that statement right there? Statement right there. Number one. Nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I've heard that over and over. It's one of the greatest quotes ever made about men. Some people say Abraham Lincoln said it. Some people dispute that. No matter. But it's a powerful and true statement. Brother Will had power. He's an international universal star in moviehood. Make all the money, he got all the money you can think about it more. He got up on an international stage and gave his power away. Okay. He showed the true character of his nature. Okay. That's what he did. And whenever you want to test a man's character, give him power. He had power and he threw it away because of an investment he made in a woman. Mm-hmm. He invested in what I call low class woman. Okay? I'm sorry. I got to tell it the way I see it. Will Smith invested in a low class woman. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. I ain't got to call her name. And he had infiltrated his mind. She infiltrated his mind with some filth. Okay, the filth is, well, I can go with you, and I can go with him, and we can still be married, and we can have a beautiful life. I don't go with the tradition of the world. Yeah, open marriage. I did a broadcast about open marriage. Oh, it's been like a couple of years now, and it's sick. Yeah, it's sick. That means you can have, if you married to a man, woman, you married, right? You can have a woman, she can have a woman. Next one, every day you can have a different woman, and you still married. It's open. You can open up the door to anybody who come through want a bang. You want a bang? Come on, we got to open marriage. Stupid is that? How sick is that? And Will Smith allowed his wife to have him engage in that type of sordid, nasty, stinking relationship. That's the way it is. You can try to justify that all you want, but it's really not nasty. It's really not, if we agree that's all we needed. No, it's not ordained by God. Can you go in the Bible and see anywhere where it says you can have 15 women? I mean, I'm not talking about the Old Testament stuff. I'm talking about now. And I can marry you to 15 women. You gonna be all right? No, it's nasty. So when you have a perverse mindset that's infiltrated by a woman, perverse things will eventually come out of you. And that's what happened to Will Smith. He had a dual persona. I admired him for a long time. I thought he was cool dude, had a positive mentality. I didn't know on the inside of Will Smith is a little small boy. And this inner child is crying out, I need you, mama. I need somebody to love me. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to heal me. I need somebody to lead me. I need somebody to love me. And the person that answered the call to his need, to his cry, was the one he's married to now. The little girl. I call her a little girl. She messed him up and she stretched him up. When he saw her didn't approve of the joke, he took it upon himself to defend her sordid lifestyle. Okay. So that's what happened to Will Smith. Will Smith, in my mind, he needs help. He's troubled. He's trying to he wants acceptance, but he wants acceptance from the wrong people for the wrong reasons. Okay. So the difference between Will Smith and Martin Luther King, one knew what he's all about, the other one's still trying to find out. And he's confused. If I had 2 weeks with Will Smith, there would be no more confusion. I would lead him to the promised land. Mm-hmm. The promised land of masculinity, the promised land of manhood, what a real man is. It ain't about being, I'm the man. That's not what manhood is about. That's about manhood is about giving and sharing and leading and guiding and being a role model for the people that's coming under you, the people behind you, the people down, below you. That's what real man is. It's about serving others, helping them to reach their highest and most noblest potential. That's what a man is. You didn't know that, did you? You thought just when you get 18, you a man. I'm a man now, mama. Can't tell me nothing more. I'm going to give me a drink now. I'm going to the bar. I'm a man. You just still got snot in your nose. How you going to be? Sorry, y'all. All right, let's go, man. I'm gonna run. I could go all day with it. I'm gonna rush you real quick. Let's go. I don't have a lot of folks. I'm gonna rush you real quick. Watch it. All right. So I showed you some of the commonalities and the disparities between this guy and that guy. And I showed you that the symbol of manhood, it separates them. One is stronger than manhood, one's weak. Will Smith has a portion. He has a portion. He's striving to be where he needs to be, but he hasn't got there yet. I think that the experience that he had on the stage, on the world stage, will help him to get where he needs to be. But until, ladies and gentlemen, until he relinquishes his relationship with that negative woman in his life, he's going to still be floating going on with non-stable. And he's naturally gifted. He's naturally talented to be a movie star. Okay. But being great at one thing does not diminish the fact that you could be weak in another, does it? I'm losing some of y'all. I'm losing some of y'all. Go get you something to drink. Go get some waters, coffee, hot chocolate, cocoa, whatever you need, vodka, whatever, man. I need you to pay attention. You don't pay nothing else. So can you pay attention, please? Thank you. Come on, man. I'm giving this to you free. You ain't got to pay for this. Come on, man. And you can't even pay attention. You can't pay a dime, a peso, and you can't even pay attention to. Pay attention. All right. So that's the disparity between Will and Martin Luther King. Two men I looked up to. I looked up to Will Smith until he made a big mistake and he showed me his true side. Martin Luther King. Now, am I saying Martin Luther King was an angel? No. He had a bad side too. He hid that, We found out about it later after he was deceased. He loved women. He was a womanizer. You said, yeah, Bobby, you lying. Go read it. Go read it. You know who gave Martin Luther King up with the dirt? Abernathy. Ralph David Anthony, one of his boys. Wrote a book about all the women he had. And truth be told, Martin Luther King, the night before he got assassinated, he was with one of his ladies in the hotel. So I'm not saying Martin Luther King should be put up on a pedestal. He's the saint, a man who, no. Every man got a weakness. Every man got an Achilles heel. We all got thorns in our sides. His Martin Luther King's thorn was women. He loved. He just didn't like one. He liked to taste them all. Will Smith's thorn, he just liked one. But she's sordid. She's corrupting the mind. She is infecting him with her sordidity, her perverseness. Okay, are you with me so far? Okay, so that's the difference. We all got. I got some too. You think I'm perfect? Yeah. I got a lot of things God ain't working on me for. But I know that I know who I am and whose I am, and I know that God ain't finished with me. He ain't finished with Will Smith. That's why I told you I'm not trying to pull him down. He made an error. We got to look at it in that light, that he's learning and he's growing. That's a big mistake. He'll have a setback, but guess what? Every setback causes you to have what? Come back. And when he comes back from this setback, my God, look out. He's going to be where he needs to be. But he got to relinquish that woman first, okay? She's no good for him. When you got a woman and she tell you, I slept with your friend, and Will Smith just said, "Oh, you did? Okay." She done trained his mind to accept the negativity and don't speak back to her. She's controlling him. That's a controlling woman. Okay? But Will Smith had to see that. He ain't seen it yet. Okay. All right. Two more things. We are. I'm almost done, y'all. Almost done. Okay. Now, understand. Give a man power, and that's when you see a true character. So Will Smith had all the power in the world. He showed you on stage. He thought he was so big and bad. He goes up there and smacks Chris Rock. His true character came out. That he's a weak little boy. That's all it is. A boy will attack another man for words. I mean, if somebody slapped you or hit you, you have a right to defend yourself. So who was the man in that altercation between him and Chris Rock? And who was the boy? Ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you to understand Chris Rock was more of a man than the man I thought I was. That was a man. Chris Rock did not hit him back. He didn't fight him back. He had his. If you notice that picture, Chris Rock had his hand behind his back, defenseless. And when he got hit, he almost went to the ground. But he caught himself and pulled himself up. And he said, "Wow," because he was shocked that the man would hit him. Now, Chris Rock is from the hood. Normally, when you're from the hood, when somebody hits you, you hit them back. But he had enough sense. He had enough strength of character. He had enough manhood to hold back. All right. So who was the boy? Who was the man? In that situation, clear as day and night. Will Smith showed up his real character. He's not fully man yet. He still got a little boy in him. I told you, there's a little boy inside of Will crying out for someone to hear his call, to hear his cry. He's crying out for help. He's crying out to find out who he is and what he should be doing in this world. Very talented and gifted young man. Have all the money in the world, but he ain't got his mind right. When you don't have your mind right, ladies and gentlemen, you will do anything. You will say anything. You will be anything. That's what he showed the world. His mind's not right, and he's not put it in his manhood yet. Okay, I'm not trying to put him down, but I'm trying to lay it down. I'm trying to show you the facts of the incident and how it revealed the character of Will Smith. Okay, he had all the power in the world, and a true character showed up. A little boy, little boy hurt inside. He's full of hurt. He's full of doubt. He's full of anguish. He's full of uncertainty. All because one perverse natured woman, I call her Jezebel. That's the best name I can figure, is causing him to go with some crazy thinking. Open marriage. Who does that? Huh? Who does that perverseness? You bang this woman, I bang this woman. You bang this man, I bang this. Stop it! How much more crazier can that be? And he puts up with that. You see how I feel about open marriage. All right, let's go. So, give a man power, and you show his true character. Come on, that's what happened. And Martin Luther King says the true measure of a man is not how we behave. He behaves in moments of comfort and convenience, but how he stands at times of controversy and challenges. Okay? That's what it is. Will Smith had a challenge, and he did not act. He did not behave in a manly manner. Although y'all might say, well, he was macho about it. He defended his woman. That's how much more macho can you be about it? That was manly. I just don't know what you mean. He behaved in a manly way. That's not manly. To go and smack somebody in the face that's smaller than you, is that manly? What's manly about that? That's brutality. That's inhumanity. Any punk, any snot-nosed kid can go and slap somebody. It takes a real man to hold off, to be, understand that that's not the right thing to do. This is the wrong time and the wrong place for that. Mm-hmm. So don't come to me, but, well, he was just defending his honor of his wife. Nah! She has no honor, in my opinion. With all of the perverse things she said on her open talk show, the little talk show she had, I watched a few minutes of it. I turned it off because I can see the demons coming out of her tongue. Okay? The perverseness from that woman is pathetic. And he's hooked up with that. So until he let that woman go, he going to keep doing crazy stuff. That's why I just wish I had some time with him, man. He got the goodness in him to be a great man. But until he let some people go out of his life, he will never reach his full potential. Many of you the same way. You hooked up, you booked up, you cooked up with some woman that ain't for you. All they want to do is use you and abuse you to get what they can out of you. And you're all up in her real. Yeah, it's my baby right there, man. I love that to anything for you. Oh, I got that fool. I got that fool going. He got a Jones for me. And I'm gonna make him do anything. But then she got somebody on the side too. Listen, I'm done, man. I had a few more things to say, but I ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for all the stuff I got to say about manhood. Last one will be the difference between Will Smith and King is you gotta have some balls, baby. Balls. Yeah, balls. Strength, character, and test some fortitude. Will Smith has no balls. You said, well, he had all the balls. He went up there and slapped that. That fool could do that. Anybody could do that. A real man that's got the balls, that got the intestinal fortitude, that has the positive character, will withhold himself from doing crazy stuff like that. That's the real power of manhood. particular situation. I just showed you what Martin Luther King said about how you react, how you behave in times of challenges, how you behave in times of stress and controversy. So he showed himself to be less than what we desire him to be, less than what he could be. Right? Not only should you have some balls in your life, but secondly, discipline, man. When you lack discipline, you can do anything. Because you got nothing to stop you. Anything goes. Will Smith lacks the discipline. He lacked the discipline to withhold. Even though he could have been angry, he could have handled it a different way. That was wrong. I had the Will Smith up to here before he did that. Now it's dropped a little. I still believe in him. I still with him. But I want him to get it right, okay, and to move forward in his life. That's all I got to say. All right, we're ready. We ain't got a lot for you. I'm not gonna ride a train today. Move on forward. I'm gonna close this out because I don't really feel like riding a train, but I guess so. Let's go. People, get ready. Boy, train is coming. I don't need no ticket. You just get on board. All you need is love. Whoo, sweet, say it again. Sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. I'm now. You just get on board. Get on board. Yeah. Y'all ready to ride train about DC One Nation under Group One Love? Hey man, I had a whole lot more to say about it, but I don't feel it from you guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that you are getting what I've got to say. I don't feel that you embracing what I've got to say. And you know why? Many of you not embracing because you're in the same position that Will Smith was in. You think you've arrived in your manhood, but you ain't got the first clue. You perpetrate, you imitate, and you're trying to be somebody that you haven't gotten yet. And Will Smith showed the world what he was all about when he hit that man. And he didn't hit the man because he was angry. He looked at his wife and she saw she was angry. And when she was displeased, that made him displeased. He showed his true character. All right, we got to ride the train today. BobbieD, One Nation under Group One Love. Let's go. When I said toot toot, you said on board. Toot toot, toot toot. When I said on board, you said toot toot. All aboard, all aboard. Let's ride this train. Who ready to ride the train? BobbieD, One Nation under Group One Love. Hey man, I did a good video today on those of you that don't watch the recorded videos. Check out my last recorded video. You'll see that. It was a good one, short and to the point. When I make recorded videos, I don't keep it long. I keep it short and to the point. And this was about the Emmett Till Act was passed on March 29th by President Joseph Biden. He signed the law into effect. Those of you that don't know about Emmett Till, don't know about the civil rights movement, you need to get in your history books. You need to go to the library. Or you don't have to go to the library. Go on the internet, Google it. Emmett Till, what happened to him was a shame, a travesty. American citizen, African American citizen, 14-year-old kid. He wasn't a grown man, he was a kid. And they beat him. And then they brutalized him. And then they lynched him. Okay. So they named the law after Emmett Till, the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Okay. And it's been this law. There has been over 200 attempts to pass this law in over 120 years. They finally got it this year. After over 200 attempts to pass this law through the legislation, it finally was approved this year. So that shows you that America has issues. That now the lynching, if you find someone lynched in this, it's a hate crime. It should have been there from the beginning. And when it's designated as a hate crime, they get the maximum sentences, okay? And it could be death, okay? So this is monumental. For those of you that don't know your history, read it. Go read about Emmett Till. Go read about how many African Americans, brown American, Chinese was lynched, okay, back in the day. They had no mercy on people of color. And sometimes you would think that history has a tendency to do what? Repeat itself. Because many, as you look at the TV and the news, what's happening to our Asian brothers right now? What's happening to Asian brothers and sisters? They're getting beat up and they're getting terrorized and brutalized. You know, all because they have Asian features. Okay, and so it's wrong. So the hatred back then is still going on right now. Okay, hate begets hate. Love begets love. Peace begets peace. So let's give peace a chance. Okay, we got to find out who ride train by releasing one nation under group. Who wants to be the first man? I need to know who that said they're gonna be them. Let me see. Let me drill down there and find out who that is. What's up, Terry? Terry Fleming in the house. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. Rain Man, Rain Man, Rain Man. Thank you so much, Terry, for the donation to the nation. More blessings. What's up? And thank you so much, Terry Fleming. Now, Terry Fleming is a real man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you just played that. You just said, oh, Terry, man. Terry Fleming has been on this show for a long time. I've seen his character. I've seen his nature based on the comments and the statements he's given. He's an intellectual kind of guy, and he thinks, and he's disciplined. His discipline comes from his military background. Terry Fleming is one of the people that I know is a real man. Would he get up there and slap Will Smith, Chris Rock and Samara on the stage? Nah. He would probably feel like it, like I would, but he wouldn't do it. He would say, nah, I ain't gonna do it this time. Wait till we get off the air. All right, we gotta do a damn Terry Fleming ride train by the DC One Nation on the Groove. Let's find a dancer that can do a private dance. Can we do it? Can we do a table dance? I'm gonna see if I can get a table dance today. Lisa D is not here. She ain't here, y'all. I'm trying to find my table dance. I put the table dance in. Okay. Okay, here's my table dance right here. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So what you trying to do? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
More blessings. What's up? Thank you so much, my brother from another month. Shanae is my new table dancer. If you don't know, better ask somebody. Let's go. I'll tell you about these one station. Michael Coffee. Need some coffee. What's up, Michael? You all right? You good, man? He said, BobbieD, hello. The R&B singer, young guy, man, Augustine, was a friend of his son, Jaden. That Jaden had an affair with. Yeah, that. See what I'm talking about, y'all? You see, do you see what I'm talking about? That's what makes it even more sordid. His son Jaden, a male, not a man. I said not in his manhood, a male gender, had a sexual affair with another male. Open, stinking, rotten, dirty marriages. I mean, anybody go. I'd do anything with anybody. Even if the dog was in there, they'd do that too. Wrong. I'm telling you, that woman is the problem. She's a sordid, perverse woman, and she raised sordid, perverse children. The boy and the girl, Jaden and Willow both is all mixed up in their minds about their sexuality. Jaden go both ways. And Willow, she trying to stay straight, but her mama trying to get her to get in with women. Crazy. Crazy begets craziness. Until Will Smith sheds off that dirty, stinking weight of his other hair, he's not gonna be who he's supposed to be. Let's go, Round Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. Who we got? Michael, Markel in the house. What's up, Markel? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all check out Markel's show. He got a show called Markel's TV. He's doing veterans information, benefits. Check him out. He's also got a show called Markel's Top Tech Review. Check it out as well. Markel gonna be here tomorrow, and it's gonna make you holler for $1. Hey, y'all check him out. Markel gonna be on the show tomorrow. I'm gonna be here too now. We're gonna have another topic. Markel will give you some information about the benefits of the veterans. Y'all check him out, okay? Good to see you, Markel, man. I'm sorry, I got to go back. One person, Michael Coffey. I love you, my brother, but you know what, man? I got to tell you something. You know I got to tell you, right? Number two, you. Number two, oh, dude. I'm not coming against you, Michael. I'm coming against the number 2 spot. I always want you to be your best, and your best to be number 1. Let's go, Round Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, I measure myself by the strength of my convictions, depth of my compassion, and my penchant to empathize or sympathize. Yeah, hey, that's it, man. You see, that's what a real man does. He just gonna go by anything he see and do, and he run by this, he run by it. Every fad that come along, man, we gonna test this old marriage thing. You know, I got some old man. I won't be like, I don't see how you do. Will Smith roll the H up. That's all I got to say for Will Smith. Roll the H up. Be a real man, not a piece of man. A woman, a real woman, listen to me good. A real woman wants a real man. They don't want a piece of man. A piece of man is a boy toy. That's all Will Smith is right now. I'm just going to tell you like it is. A boy toy with his wife. She leads him around with his body. No, come here, do this, do that. Yes, man. His mind is messed up and it's being controlled by a perverse-minded woman. Let's go, right, Train, Bobby. Who we got? Michael Coffey. He said, Bobby, hello. What kind of wife would have an affair with their sons for him? A perverse, sordid woman would do that. She's messed up. There's no good moral values in her. And she has passed that moral perverseness over to her children. Okay, that's why I was trying to figure out. Before I knew all of this sordid stuff about his wife and all the stuff she did, I was trying to figure. I saw his kids, right, and I was trying to figure out how the kids came out so messed up like that. I said, Will Smith is not that kind of guy. How did this happen to these children? Why are they acting like? Why are they behaving like? No. It all stems from the wife's side. I did research on her too. She had a messed up childhood. In her life, anything went. And so she's carrying that tradition on. And Will Smith's so crazy. He said, well, my wife opened up my eyes to a new way of life and a new way of living. And I don't look at the things the way everybody else does. And it's okay. She can sleep with a friend and we still love her. And I still love my wife. Crazy! How much more crazier can you get? You're gonna let your wife hang out and bang some other man, and the same man had a relationship with your son, and the same man now had a relationship with your wife, and she gonna go on national TV and say it in front of you, in front of everybody else, and you gonna sit there and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. I'm glad you did that. I'm not offended." Lord have mercy. Have mercy on the soul for Will and his wife and his children. I'm going to be praying for them a lot because it's wrong, man. Let's go, Round Train. Who we got? France, what's up, man? He's BobbieD. What's up, man? Good to see you in the house today, France. Good to see you, Round Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. Hello, man. What's up, Murphy? You good, man? You good? So good to see you. So good to see you. Wouldn't want to be. Hey, that's my gold finger. What's up, Goldfinger? That's my first and original gold member on this channel. I need some more members. If you don't like me, it's okay, man, but just be a member. Can you do that for me? You ain't got to like me. You ain't even got to love me. Just join the membership plan. The minimum is $2.99. Then you got $6.99, and the maximum of the gold membership is $24.99. Can you do it, man? I know y'all got the ability. You just don't have the desire. I need you to get the desire to be a member on this channel. Let's go, Round Train, BobbieD, One Nation. We got Billy D, what's up, man? He said, the hardest part living in the West is you want to date a Filipina. The solution is an LDR. Need dating apps to meet them. Okay, I finished high school, y'all, and I went to college, and you know, but I'm a little slow sometimes, so I got to read that again. Sorry, y'all. Okay, the hardest part living in the West, okay, that means the hardest part living in the USA, whatever country in the West, okay, got that part, is that you want to date a Filipino. Okay, now the hardest part living in the USA or whatever country in the West is that you want to date a Filipino. Okay, I got those two parts. All right, here we go, third part. The solution, okay, now third part is the solution, is an LDR relationship. Okay, I got those three parts. Okay, now also need dating apps to meet them. Okay, gotcha. Now I understand. It took me a while. Okay, yeah. One of the solutions is to have a dating app. Okay, when you can't get there, when you can't be there, you can get on a dating website. Ladies, in fact, Billy D, that's a perfect example. Lisa D and I. Guess who? We met on a dating app, dating website. It was called AsianDating.com. That's what it's called. I met Lisa D, and she was the first. I was on another wedding website called Sawana.com. Okay, and I didn't have any success with that. I said, man, I need to try something else. These ladies ain't about nothing. They're all a bunch of scammers on here. So I said, let me try this, man. I went on that website the first few times. I said, this is the same thing. And then I didn't mess with it for a while. Then one night I was doing my taxes, April 15th to be exact, but I did on tax day. And no, it was April 14th, I did before. And I said, I'm gonna try. I got tired of it. I said, let me take a break. I got on there and I was talking to somebody else. And then next thing I know, Lisa D barged in. She barged in our conversation. She said, hi, what is this? I said, okay. I accepted the reading. We talked. That's how we met. But yeah, I agree with you 110%. You can get a dating app to make up for the fact that you're not there. Now, understand this, my guys. If you get a dating app, you are getting some other issues that come along with that. Number one is that you're going to get a lot of scammers. Okay? A dating app is just that. It presents bodies. I call them bodies. And your job is to qualify the people that you meet. Because you have to determine in your mind, is she a scammer or she for real? And if you look at my videos, I got a video how to tell whether they distinguish the lies and deceits. It's one of my top videos. Check that out. It shows you how you can look at their body language, how you can check the words they say, how they move their eyes. Okay, I give you some great clues in that video so you will know how to differentiate between someone that's real, legit, and a lying, scamming son of a bun. I say son of a bun. I ain't said that bad word. Let's go. Right, everybody, who we got? Michael Kaufman. What's up, Mike? He said, Bobbie, hi. First, she said that it was not true. Then Will Smith found out the affair with Augustine was true. Okay, so I didn't know that part. So you're saying that she first said she lied about it. Okay. Then she found out on his own that she, Michael, you know the story, man. I know now whenever I need some 411, call Michael Coffee, need some coffee. He got the 411. I thought I'd done some research. I didn't see that part. But Michael, no. Yeah, when a woman is perverse, man, they're evil. I call it Jezebel spirit. Anything happens, man. They'll go for anything. They'll know for anything. And they'll sit low and they go low. They don't go high. They go low. Okay. And how low can she go? We don't know. And that all around. Let's go round train, Bobbie D. Who we got? Michael Coffee needs some. What's up, Mike? He said, Bobbie D. Jada put all her business about the affair on her her channel, man. She put it on her. She got some kind of channel, or she's on the TV and she's on a YouTube channel too. And why would somebody? I just told y'all the other day, don't put your dirty laundry out in the air or hang it out on the line with the whole world to see. I told y'all about the fact that we live in a sort of a country where people don't have dryers. They got some washers, and most of them by hand wash clothes. But when they get through washing clothes, most of them take those clothes back in the old days and put them on the line. They hang them up on the line. And there's a neighbor used to live. She gone now, but she used to put her, and she was a big woman. She put a big drawers on. She hang up a big drawer, big panties on the line. So what did she do? You think I want to see that mess, man? I said, nah. She need to take that down. I'm getting ready to go there. She said, let's stop. She stopped people going over. But yeah, you don't hang your dirty and nasty and laundry for the whole world. That's not everybody's business. Okay, so she's wrong for that. Let's go. Round check. Who we got? Michael. He said, BobbieD, hello. Now Will Smith upset, mad at all their business affairs in the gossip papers and magazines. Okay, yeah. He should have been mad when it happened. Because everything that's truth comes out eventually. You can hide the truth for so long, but the truth always eventually comes to the what? The light. The lies stay in the what? Darkness. But the truth comes to the what? The light. Okay? That's how life is. Yeah, you can hide in the darkness and all you want, but somebody come down. If I got some light in me, the light of Jesus. So I come by you and you full of lies. Guess what? My light gonna show your lies up. You gonna slip a tongue and say something, but the truth is gonna come out some kind of way. Let's go around saying who we got. Michael Coffin. He said, BobbieD, hi. How I know all of this? I used to belong to Will Smith YouTube channel as a subscriber, not anymore. Okay. I didn't know. See, Mike, you gave me a lot of good information. I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel, man. I didn't know that. Yep. Man, that's good news. I didn't know that. But you know what, man? I don't want to look like I'm putting everybody down in this situation because I don't want y'all to think I'm putting Will Smith down. I'm not. I really want him to open his eyes up. I want him to see the truth, and I want him to come out of there. And if there's any way his wife can be changed, I want her mind changed too. But from what I'm seeing from her, there's no change in her. She got to want to change from the inside. I don't see that yet. And Will Smith got to want to change too. So I want everybody to pray for them. The kids too. The kids are all messed up. Yeah, I want you to pray for them. Okay, let's go round here. BobbieD, One Nation. We got Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murphy? Round here. He said, remove yourself from the source of your castration, so you can learn and grow to be the man you intended to be. But first, acknowledge that you are lacking. Yeah, it's the first step, man. The first step to turn your life around is to acknowledge where you are right now, what you're doing, your behavior, your attitude. When you acknowledge, hey, I'm wrong, man, that's the first step. And I'm doing wrong. And then you have to have a desire. Once you have to acknowledge where you are, you have to have a desire to do what? Change. Turn around. To go a different direction, to go a different mind, have a different mindset, a different way of thinking about life. And sometimes that takes time. Will Smith probably know he was wrong. But now, he's good thing he's seen himself in light of the whole world see who he is. Now, the desire has to come into his heart and his mind to change. It's people that are around him will influence him to change. The wife is going to keep him where he's at. So Will Smith needs to develop a larger circle. And one person I've seen that he has a respect for is Denzel Washington. Denzel is what I call a real man. I never seen nothing negative about Denzel. I could be wrong, but I never seen nothing. I admire Denzel as an actor and as a man. Okay? He's that kind of guy. Many of you probably admire him too. I had Will Smith on the same wavelength as Denzel, but I didn't know. I didn't know the failings of Will Smith's character. I didn't know. Had I known that, I would have been praying for this young man. Let's go round here, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Murphy. Exactly. You got the right opinion, man. You know, you got to recognize where you are, you're doing wrong, and then you got to get in your heart the desire to do right. He loved that woman so much, he don't care what people say, what people think. You know, in the same way he slapped Chris, he could have shot Chris. I know that's a little bit far-fetched, but the same way you go and you confront somebody because something they said about your wife or whoever you love, and you hit them with your hand. What if he had a knife? What if he had a gun, a weapon, other than his hand? Well, it would have been more. That would have been even worse. Okay, so yeah, never let your love for someone cause you to do something wrong like that. Okay, don't do that, man. Let's grow up. Let's be men. Real men don't get get angered easily. A real man has what discipline, as I showed you before. A real man is controlled. That's the sign of a real man. Okay. Now I don't know, if I was Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped me into the mirror, you know what I'm saying? He slapped the taste out of my mouth, you know what I'm saying? He put a beat slap on me, I don't know if I would have been controlled like that. I'm serious. I just gotta be honest. I don't know. I hope I would have stood the test of time and stood up there and said, wow, like Chris Rock did. I just hope I had that. I don't know. You never know, my guys. You never know until that moment comes. But I would hope so much that I had enough strength and discipline in me not to hit him back. But everything in my mind, everything in my body says, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. You know what I'm saying? And so I would have had to hold that, all of that thinking, all of that mindset, all of that growing up rules. I would have had to hold that back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know. And that's a test. When somebody hits you, it's a big test. How you gonna respond? Yeah. Because sometimes they say, you didn't hit him back. You a punk. Yeah, I'm not a punk. You think Chris Rock's a punk because he didn't hit him back? Nah. He's a man. He used discipline. And Chris Rock come from the hood, so he know about fighting. You know what I mean? He knows about fighting. So it took a lot to him to stand up there and hold his hand. He held his hands in the back of him. And the man, he was defenseless. And the man slapped him into the mire. Slapped the taste out of his mouth. Don't you tell me that man didn't want to fight him back. I know he did, but he held him back. Okay, let's go right train by BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Terry Fleming. What's up, Terry? He said, some marriages aren't conceived out of love, nor developed by infidelity. Hollywood is full of convenient marriages, and you will never know an actor's heart. They are actors. Yeah, true. I agree with you to a certain extent. Now, Will Smith has, in my opinion, two personas. Okay, he has I'm the tough guy. I'm a real man. I'm a good guy. I'm all-American, clean kind of guy. And then he has this perverted, sordid personality that I had no knowledge about, and I'm just now discovering and reading about. Okay, and my friend Murphy sent me a video about Candace Owens. I don't agree with Candace Owens on nothing, just about most nothing. Man. Y'all know me and Candace, like whatever. What you say? That's how I am about Candace, because she's full of it most of the time. Okay, but she broke this thing. She was saying some of the same things I said about Will Smith and what he did. It showed his boyhood rather than manhood. Okay, so I agree with Candace on that. If y'all check out her last video, she talked about the experience. Many of the things she said, she echoed a lot of what I said. Okay, now that's the only thing me and Candace, well, I call her Candace. Me and Candace got in common. Okay, we agree with the Will Smith situation. But yeah, it's the two personas usually, and it's like Terry said, they're what actors. They can act their way out of anything. Yeah? And so, if Will Smith had any smarts about him, what he should have done, even if he slapped the man, he should have lied and said, "Man, I'll be playing with you," and just call it a big joke. But now he gonna go back to his seat, and he gonna say, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing." Oh man, how messed up is it? And he didn't say it once. He said it twice, openly, for the world to hear. Okay, how low can you go, Will Smith? How low can you go, Will Smith's wife, whatever your name is that I don't want to call, because I call you Jezebel? How low can you go? You done messed up your children. You done messed up your husband. Now you're going to mess up everything else he got? Let the man go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Michael Coffin. He's probably hot. Will Smith has been going through changes in life because of Jada, his wife. He had a situation for it. It's a sad situation. Yeah, it's very sad. I made that discovery as I did research on Will when I found after this big event happened with him slapping a guy. A whole lot of stuff I didn't know. because I just told you he had a double persona. Okay, he was living one thing for the public, and in the backside of his life was a bunch of dirt, and most of that dirt came from his marriage to his wife, his so-called wife. Okay, uh, I have very little respect for Miss Will Smith. I don't have too much respect for her. I still got some respect for Will, but I need Will to come on up to where he needs to be, and I need them to not just say he's sorry, but show the signs of your sorrow. Okay, how should you behave if you're sorry? You go to the man and tell him that you did the action against him. Say, look, man, I want you to forgive. I'm so sorry. Talk to him face to face. Be a man. That gives me some understanding that you're trying to grow up. You're trying to get rid of the nasty things you did. You need to talk to that man face to face instead of just putting out a statement on Instagram. That ain't no real apology. Anybody could put out a statement on Instagram. They ain't saying nothing. Words don't mean nothing if you ain't got no action behind it. How about you? Do y'all know that? I could say I got $1 million. It don't mean nothing if it ain't in the bank, does it? Huh? If I didn't work to get that money put in the bank, it don't mean nothing. So back up whatever. A real man gonna back up his word. He's sorry, right? He says sorry. Did y'all read the statement? I did a video. I read part of the statement. Y'all see it? He said he was sorry, right? Back it up. Back that thing up. Let's go round train by BDC One Nation. Who we got? Jerry Fleming. He said, "What's up, America? You good man? Goldfinger. What's up, Goldfinger? Round train Bobby. Who we got? America. Hey," he said, "Tell it, Jerry. What's up, Rain Man? You good? You good? Round train Bobby. Who we got? Michael Coffee. Need some." He said, "BobbieD. Hello. God bless you. Go out to all the guys, men. We right here in the love train today. Keep the faith, Nurse Mike. Stay positive in your life. Thank you so much, Nurse Mike." I get a taste. All right, let's go. Round train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation under Rule, One Love. Terry Fleming. He said, "Hello, Sir Coffee." "Hello, Sir Coffee. Need some coffee. What's up?" Round train, Michael. He said, "Hello, Terry. God bless you. God bless you to keep it faith." Round train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation under Rule, One Love. Murphy, hey. He said, "Will made a choice. No one can force you to do anything you really don't want to do." That's true. It was a decision. Nobody forced him to get up there and slap that man. Nobody. It was his decision. So, but I agree with you, but understand this, ladies and gentlemen. There are certain people in your circle, your small circle, family members, friends, whatever, business associates, can do what? Have what? An influence on you. She didn't make him do nothing, but she had an influence on his nature. When he turned around and he saw her rolling her eyes, she looked at him, he looked at her, and he knew he had to act. The little boy in Will saw his mama, that he gets love, acceptance, a friendship, that he seeks approval all the time. His mama was unhappy by that look she gave. And so when he saw his mama unhappy, that was his signal to be a man. What he called a so-called man. Protect mama. Go out to be like that with that John Wayne walk. And he got up and he stood and looked at him and he So how low can you go, Mr. Will Smith? You slapped a defenseless man, smaller man, and you walked off the stage like he was Mr. Big Stuff. That's unmanly. That's no example of being a man. That's an example of being a boy. A boy toy. And it's even worse than being a boy. The worst thing you can be is a boy toy for a woman. And that's what Will Smith is. I'm sorry to say that. But the truth is the truth. The Bible said the truth will make you what? Free. You living in a lie, you will never be free, Mr. Will Smith. The truth makes you free. You're a boy toy, for your wife. She said, "Get up." You said, "How high you want me to go?" No. She said, "Get down." She said, "How low you want me to go?" That's how she controls you. Now understand this. I agree with Murphy. Will Smith, nobody made him forcibly do that. Nobody put a gun to his head. Nobody put a knife. Nobody pushed him out there. He did that because he decided to do that. However, there are people in your lives that have what? An influence on you. And there are people in your lives that you know when you look at them, you know exactly what's in their mind, and you know you got to. Now, I would say this: in 2016, Chris Rock made a statement that sort of denigrated uh, his wife at the Oscars before, and I think both Will and his wife had that memory in their mind. They probably discussed this before they went to the Oscars. What you gonna do if he say something about me now? You gonna sit up there and not do nothing? You're not gonna defend me? What you gonna do now, Will? It could have been that. You know, I don't know. No, I'm just speculating. Let's go right train, Bobby. This one day, she on the Who One Love, Michael Coffee, me some. He said, Bobby, you know, Jada said in a TV interview she was in love with the rapper, hip hop artist Tupac. Yeah, she went. I told you, she went with Tupac a long time. Tupac is messed. You know, I'm not. Don't get bad with y'all. Tupac loves out there. You know, I like some Tupac song. The best Tupac song I like, Mom. You remember that song he called for Mama? You remember that song, Mama? Hey, man, that's one of my best Tupac songs ever. But I like Biggie better than Tupac any day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Tupac crowd, it's a Biggie crowd. I like Tupac, but I like Biggie better. But yeah, she been with Biggie for a long time. Biggie used her, abused her. Not Biggie. I mean Tupac. Tupac wasn't about women. He was about using, getting what he wanted out of them. And he was like, women was like a piece of toilet paper. Then you wipe it, you know, threw it away. You know, that's what he thought about women. So when you see some woman all up in his grill, and you know what her mind was, they know what's gonna happen. They know what they're gonna get to. They know what the man gonna do to them, and they know what time it is. So when a woman know what time it is, and she still go with somebody like that, want to use and abuse her, she ain't about nothing. Let's go right train about easy one nation. Who we got? Michael Coffee, Lisa. She said Jada that she would even marry the rapper, hip hop artist Tupac if he was alive. Okay, that sounds about right because I told you the type of mindset Tupac had was a rough thug life. You know, he had thug life all over his chest, tattooed on his chest. Y'all remember that? Tupac had that big thug life. That was it about. And so when you find a woman who wants somebody to thug life, she got to be sort of thug herself. You know what I'm saying? That's the way life is, man. I told you, thug life attracts thug life. Good life attracts good life, you know? So let's go. Ryan Chamber, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, Hollywood has always held secrets. Entertainers by nature are self-centered, and the money changes attitudes and decisions. It makes you feel like you can do anything you want without retribution. That is totally 125% correct. I agree with that. Money changes your attitudes. I told you earlier in the show, I talked to you about the statement that's attributed to Abraham Lincoln. He said, when you give a man power, then his whole nature, his whole character is shown. Okay, that's what happens. Money is what? Power. You don't think so? Be without money and see what kind of power you got. Nothing. You could be out there begging, so can you spare it down? I need some power. I need some money power. So can you spare? Money is power. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have it, man, it's a problem. And so also money changes your attitude. You know? Look how you were when you ain't had no money. All of y'all. Look, when you had no money, you had nothing but a old beat up your life, you ain't had a nice car, a nice house, and you ain't had no power, you ain't had a whole lot. And your attitude was a little bit different then than it is now, right? I'm telling you, man, I'm breaking this thing down to y'all, right? If y'all can't see what I'm talking about, y'all got some problems, okay? Listen to me. But yeah, man, the money changes you, it changes your attitude and so forth. And that's what Will Smith did. He changed the attitude. He got all that power. He's this acclaimed movie star, got all kind of money, and he can have anything he wants to. You know what I'm saying? And it changes. Yeah. There's some people that doesn't change, aka Denzel, aka the late great Sidney Poitier. Yeah, they change them. They got money. They change them. They still who they are. They stay true to who they are. And how do they stay true to who they are? Because they're grounded in faith. They're grounded in love. They're grounded in their respect for the things of God. Okay, let's go right train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation, under Who One Love. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, what's up? Blow finger. He said, oh, one thing I learned about the Jezebel spirit, it is always attracted to the Ahab spirit. The two feeds off each other, but yet at the same time hate each other in actions towards one another. That is true. The Jezebel spirit and the Ahab spirit is always a spirit of conflict. You know why? Because Jezebel is jealous of Ahab, and Ahab is jealous of Jezebel, and they're always fighting. They're conflicting. They have conflicting desires. They have conflicting attitudes, and it's always a problem in their marriage. It's always a problem in their relationship, and it's never very seldom peace. It's very seldom serenity. It's always a conflict. So you hit it right on the head. Jezebel's spirit usually has an Ahab connected around. And if you don't know what we're talking about with Jezebel and Ahab, look it up in the funky way. Go to your Bible, man. Let's go. Round train, BobbieD. Who we got? Bankrupt. He said, BobbieD, Will Smith has to learn to control his actions. He gets upset, mad, really easy. You might be right about that. He has to be more disciplined. Remember I talked to you about having some balls and discipline, those two things that show you that a man is a man, a real man. And I ain't talking about no physical ball. Everybody got balls. All males got balls, physical balls. I'm talking about, when I say balls, I'm talking about intestinal what? Fortitude, okay? Strength of what? Mind. Strength of what? Character. Strength of what? Personality. Okay? That you can preserve, endure hardships. You can endure tough times. That's what a real man has got. Balls, or what I call balls, but they're what many people say intestinal fortitude, strength of character, strength of mind, strength of personality, and ability to lead. Okay, that's what a real man is, and an ability to love. A real man is a lover. You know, I ain't talking about no sex and womanizer man. I'm talking about a real man exhibits love for his fellow man, for his brother, for his sister. A real man is a man that loves. Love, when you love somebody, you got to give, man. You know, you got to give when you don't want to give. You give, that's love. That's a real man. Okay? Let's go right to BobbieD. One Nation. We got Michael Coffee. He said, BobbieD, hello. You're preaching today. Take some notes, guys. Man, another good show. Thank you so much. My brother from another mother. Amen. I bring it down to you right, tight, long, strong. And I appreciate somebody can get something out of what I'm saying, because that's what life is all about. Each one reach one, each one teach one, and we all move up together. Okay, that's what life is, man. You know, like I tell you, I wish I had 2 weeks with Will Smith. Me and him, one-on-one. We go on a retreat together. Just me and him and the Lord. I would talk to him like a brother, one brother to another. I said, look, man, this would be my dialogue. This would be my opening dialogue to Will Smith right here. So look, man, how you doing? You all right? You doing that? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, good. But you know what, man? Look here, man, let me tell you something. I love you. You know what? I want you to be the best you can be. I can see the greatness in you, man. And you're not where you need to be. Your actions that you did showed a different side to the world. That's not the side you want to go on. And I would go on and on and on. 2 weeks of will. You'll be different person. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said power couples in Hollywood don't think fidelity is important in their relationships. The pool boy, the gardener, the bodyguard, and personal trainers get busy all the time. Yeah, they get busy. Banging and hanging. They get busy banging and hanging and clanging. That's what they do. That's Hollywood style, man. You know, and you don't have to be in Hollywood. People do that. The milkman too. The dog catcher. Ain't nothing but a dog in me. Ain't nothing but a dog. The dog catcher. That was a song. Ain't nothing but a dog in me. Why do I have to change the check? Ain't nothing but the dog in me. Ain't nothing but the dog in me. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, right? Chain BobbieD, One Nation. We got Lou. What's up, man? He said, what's up, about it? Hey, man, you know, we hold it down, baby. We hold it down, my brother from another mother. So good to see you, Lou. What's up? Hey, man, you must love those bills, man. You love those bills so much. You be putting a logo, you got it on his avatar. I think that's a bill, isn't it? That bill? It might be a page. I don't know. But yeah, man, so good to see you, Lou. Round train BobbieD, One Nation. Hey, Lou, You are all right, man. You my kind of guy. Do be hanging out with me, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep on doing your thing, man. See, Lou got some sense. You know what I'm saying? He got some sense. When you see a man, and he didn't know me that well, and every time I turn on, Lou is there. I know he got some sense. Because see, people that have sense are attracted to people that have sense. Let's go, man. Right, everybody, see who we got. Lou, he said Jada Pinkett messed Will up completely. She did. In my opinion, let's differentiate. As was stated by Murphy, Will Smith do what he wanted. Nobody beat him, you know, forced him to do that, but he chose to do that because of her what influence. So there are people in your circle, friends and family, who can do what influence you. So she was a negative influence on Will Smith. She had a negative. I'm sure Will Smith's mother wanted to slap his wife so bad. Yeah, he got a mother. You know that he got a mother. Will Smith got a mother. He got brothers and sisters in the family. I'm sure Will Smith's mother wants to say, you need to get rid of that fluency. You need to get rid of that just. I don't want her around you, son. No, I guarantee you, Mama is not pleased with that Jezebel spirit. I'm sorry. You think I'm playing with you? Go ask Mama. Go ask Mama Smith. She'll tell you something about that Jezebel woman. Let's go. Right track. We got Luke. He said, when I was at my first college, I did work study with two Philippine sisters, and they were fine and were happy to be in the U.S. Okay. Yeah, you know, Filipinos are good people. I don't care where they are in this world. Usually, I said for the most part, there's some negative ones you won't call it. Yeah. But most parts, Filipinos, you'll find them worldwide. They're always in high demand. Why are they in high demand, BobbieD? Because they're happy people. They're good workers. They're convenient. They're congenial. They're happy. They don't cause a lot of trouble, and they want to be positive people in your life. So if you got a Filipino in your life, Filipino, that's a positive influence on you most of the time. Right, everybody needs you one nation, on everyone love. On the what's up, man? So good to see you. So good to see you. Wouldn't want to be. What's up, man? Where you been, man? You good? Long time no see. He said, Bobby, hello. My friend, long time since I've caught a little stream. Yeah, man. Gone for a while, man. But hey, I'm glad to see you now, my brother. He said, may God bless you, sir. Saw your recent video earlier. Been so busy with work that I barely get time to rest. Now, how are you? Hey, doing good, man. God is so good, man. Every time I turn around, God bless me. You remember that song, Morning by Morning, New Mercies I see? Hey, I see the mercies of God every day. I open my eye, pop them. Thank you. Mercies of God, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thank God for being alive and being able to help somebody and being able to speak and teach and reach. That's it, man. God ain't nothing but the love. What's up? Right there, who we got? Murphy here. He said, Filipino Cupid was my choice, but I failed twice on that dating site and ended up finding my lady on another site too. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Do your thing, do it right, tie long term. Hey, whenever you fail, that's all it is, failure. You can begin again. You don't have to end it. Why would you just stop because you had a failure in your relationship? A real man don't stop when he know he wants something. He pursues it and pursues it. There might be a failure here and a failure there, but eventually, if you continue, you're going to find what success. Let's go around train. Who we got? Lou, what's up, man? He said, there, the dirty laundry is what gets people listening to them. Yeah. Society as a whole thrives on negativity. That's the way it is. You think I'm playing with you? Listen to the songs on the radio, on a popular radio station. Look at the TV shows that's popular. Look at it. All expose negativity and negative situations. They like the dirt. Dirt sells. Sex sells. Anything that's sleazy, anything that's dirty, we all into that. Now, why? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess we live so, our lives are so clean or pristine, or our lives are so boring, we like to see the unordinary, the unordinary stuff that happens. So, but yeah, the dirt is popular in popular times. Let's go right here. Who we got? And he said, Murphy, I tried and found a nice girl on DIA, but found no one else. The last two times I went back, just money hungry chick. Yeah, man, got to be careful, man. I told you, got to watch it. Because if you don't watch them, they're going to watch you. And when they watch you, they learn everything they need to say to you, the right thing to get your money. So you have to be discerning. And I think more than anything else, before you get on your dating site, be prayerful. Prayerful will lead you to be careful. Okay? I was prayerful, but I still got jacked up sometimes. I still got the wrong one. Let go. Murphy, he said, I feel you, bro. It's hard, but don't give up and be smart with your research. Yeah, I mean, you got to keep on in there, hang on in there. Keep hanging in there, stay focused, stay positive, and the worst thing you can do is give up, because you will quit it. You will never win if you quit. But if you never quit, you will win. I'm gonna say that again. You will never win if you quit, but you'll never. If you never quit, you will win. Okay? Let's go. Who we got? He said, I think a few steps ahead, long term, before I continue a relationship with anyone on these sites. Like after a while, I put what I see and know of them together to figure out their character and figure, okay, it's a good plan. You be with them for a little while. You put all the stuff you've been talking about, experiences you had, and you feel, okay, is this person okay? Is she something that may I want to stay with? Well, yeah, that's how you do. You have to judge people over what? Over time. You just don't, just like I told you when I opened up the show today, don't judge me on one statement or one part of my life or one part of the program. You see this program, I say one thing negative, and you judging my whole life, my whole show, my whole character, all my videos on one statement. Don't do that. That shows your ignorance. Okay? Look at my whole body of work. Look at my whole character. Yeah, I say stuff crazy sometimes, but that's not my whole body of work. That's just one statement. I might not be right on that one statement. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I make errors sometimes. And if I know I made an error, I'll admit it. But don't judge me on one error. Look at my intentions. Look at my heart. If my heart right to try to do the right thing, that's what you got to look at. Let's go right there. Who we got? He said, out how they will react to tempting situation or lust and cheating. Yeah, you got to look at how they act. When I always tell people, dating online, if you find somebody start talking about money, get with it. You just met them next to you. I'm hungry. I need some money. Bye-bye. It's like to say, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, get rid of them. Then say, next. Yeah, let's go right there. Who we got? If loyal or not. Yeah, man, you want to know if they're loyal. You want somebody that's loyal. You don't want nobody scamming and jamming and planning on you to get your money. It's easy to do that with the Philippines. Filipinos are sweet, tender, caring, sharing people. And the scammers use that personality to get what they want out of you. The real, legit ones use that personality to be honest with you. And I found a real one with Lisa G. I found there's more bad ones out there than good. Okay, but you got to keep on looking for the good one. Eventually, if you have a right attitude, a right mindset, and you're persistent, you'll find that one for you. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? Lou, he said, yes, sir. Ricky Smiley said there are a lot of dead brothers in their cemetery for putting their hands on another man over defending a no good woman. You got that right. Yeah, I think that you got to be careful with that. I love Lisa D. Okay, no question about that. She loves me. If someone touched her, I would fight. I would do what I can to stop it. You know what I'm saying? If someone called her out her name, I wouldn't fight, but I would say, look, man, watch your mouth. Stuff like that. You have to be, each situation is different, but a real man knows how to adjust person. That's like a real winner. Winners adjust, right? Look at all these races and stuff. I saw an MMA fight one time. There was two people fighting against each other. They're not fighting, beating each other up. One guy was just beating the other one to a pulp. And then all of a sudden, the one who was getting beat to a pulp got up and said, bam, he knocked the other one down. So no matter what happens in life, man, if you don't quit, you're going to win. Don't give up. And so it's important that we understand that, man. You can fight for a good woman. You can fight for a good woman. I fight for my wife. If somebody trying to molest her or touch her, I'll fight physically fight for that. I'm just look, man, get your hand. I'm gonna push him away or something. So stop right there. And then I'm gonna call 911. If he's smaller than me, I might put him in a headlock. If he's smaller than me, I might do a body slam on what you do. But those are just every time a winner, like I was telling you just a minute ago, a winner does what? Adjust to the situation. That man that was getting beat down, like I told you before, he was getting beat down, but he had a winning mindset. And he adjusted himself. He said, no, I ain't going out like this. He beating the hell out of me. Excuse me, he beating the heck out of me. I can't go down like this. And he adjusted. Boom! The winning mindset comes out. A winner adjusts. No matter what the situation is, he adjusts himself accordingly to win in that situation. Will Smith made the wrong adjustment. And he didn't adjust properly. He didn't handle the situation properly. He does not have a winning mindset as it pertains to what? Relationships. He has a winning mindset as it pertains to acting, but not to real life situations and relationships. Let's go, right train, BobbieD, one nation under good one love. Murphy, hey. He said he should apologize to Chris publicly in person, face to face. That's right. I agree 100%, Murphy. Excuse me. He needs to apologize. Writing don't mean nothing. You could write me all day, but if you don't back that up with some action, I ain't gonna think nothing of you. Well, he did me a apology. So what? It's just a piece of paper, some words. I want to see it come out of your mouth. I want to see you face to face. When I see in your eyes, I can see whether you're real or not. Be a man. A real man don't run from situations. He stand square-footed, toe to toe, and he tell the man, hey, one brother to another, I was wrong, brother. And I want you to forgive me from the bottom of my heart. I was wrong. I should never lay my hands on you. I want to ask you to forgive me. What's wrong with saying that? You wrong, you're wrong, say it. Don't just write it. Until he meets that man face to face and talk to him one-on-one, that apology he wrote on Instagram don't mean nothing. Let's go round train BobbieD, one nation. Who we got? Lou, he said, it really saddened me to see a very rich brother on the international stage. Yeah, it hurt me too. Most people were shocked by that. He got everything he wanted, except happiness. That's what they say. Money can't buy you happiness. It can buy you a whole lot of stuff, but it don't buy you joy. It don't buy you happiness. Happiness comes from what? Inside. Inside out. Happiness comes from the inside, and it goes out so the world can see it. Okay? Now, what he showed us to the world when he hit that man, that he had no happiness. This turmoil in the inside of him, in his mind, his body, his heart, this turmoil. Who does that? On national TV, hit a defenseless man, smaller than you, and almost knocked him to the ground. Who does that? But Will Smith? He shocked the H out of me. I would never, I said, what? Somebody said that on a show, who had a show. He said, Will Smith just knocked. I said, what? Oh, no, not Will Smith. Shocked. But, whenever you have a man that's in turmoil, in crisis, and that's where he's at. He's in crisis right now. It's getting even worse because of his actions. Anything will happen. Let's go right there. Who we got? Lou, he said, yes, face-to-face public. Yeah, that's what we got to do, man. Me and you on the same wavelength. Me, you, and Murphy on the same wavelength about that, Lou. Got to, you say if I did something to you and I don't come to you and apologize in person, I was wrong. You know I was wrong. The whole world know I was wrong. And I don't come to you and stand man to man and say, look, man, I'm sorry. My words on a statement that I made don't mean nothing. I'm not a hill of beans. You know what I'm saying? Got to publicly apologize. If I was him, I would get Will Smith and had a press conference, and I would say, Chris, can we have a press conference with you? I want to publicly apologize to you. And I want you. And then if Chris don't want to be there, let him go on by himself. So this is a public apology. I want to apologize to Chris. I want to apologize to my wife, my children, everybody that saw me do a foolish action out there. I thought I was a role model. That's not a role model. A way to behave. I apologize. That's what you do. Roger, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said Chris Rock holds a lot of responsibility for Will's action. Let's talk about that. Chris Rock is what we know as a comedian. Okay, that's his job. That's what he does. He makes people laugh. He makes jokes. The jokey joke, jokey joke, jokey. I never liked. I'm gonna like, but I never saw a lot in himself. He's a joker. That's it. You know, but people do that. That don't mean he's bad. He's just a joker, and he's always trying to make a joke. You know? So that's what he does. Okay. So now, he said something that was insensitive to his wife. We know that now that Jada has alopecia. Okay? We know that alopecia is a hair loss, causes hair loss in women. Okay, so that's why she was wearing her hair bald. He's had alopecia, and maybe Chris didn't know that. Maybe he did, and if he did know it, he was intentionally wrong doing something to hurt her. But if he did know it, it was unintentional. So he was making a joke, and if he didn't know it, then you can't hold that against him because he didn't know it. But if he did know it, that was totally dirty and wrong of him to do it. So I don't know if he knew it or not. So that I'm a reserve judgment. If I find out if he do it, that was doggone wrong, man. But he didn't know it. You know, you got to understand that was his job. His job is to make jokes. It was a bad joke. No question about it. It was a bad joke. Even if she didn't have alopecia, let's put it like that. Even if his wife, Will's wife, did not have alopecia, making fun of somebody, body shaming somebody is never appropriate in public. Okay? Let's go around saying who we got. Look, he said they were just jokes and part of what goes with being a big public figure. Yeah, it's a joke, man. Will Smith, Will Smith has been the brunt of more jokes than just that, and his wife's been the brunt of more jokes than that. The problem here in this situation was the prior history of Chris Rock and Jada, or his wife, that Chris had said something in the prior Oscars that irritated her then. Okay, so I told you all many times, history has a tendency to do what? Repeat itself. If you don't learn your lessons, guess what? History will repeat itself over and over and over again until you learn your lesson. Chris Rock learned his lesson. Will Smith, has he learned his lesson? Yeah. The jury's still out on that one. Let's go right chain by at least one nation under group one love. Murphy, hey. He said Will is boiling over from all that stuff going through his marriage and personal. He should remove himself from that environment so there won't be any explosion he needs to go up and get. Yeah. He needs to develop, and he has, as I mentioned to you earlier, he's being influenced. He has a very big negative influence in his life, which is his wife and their mind. And the wife has not only influenced him negatively, but the children. You see how messed up those kids are. You know, I couldn't believe those kids are like that. You know, so until he gets himself, for lack of a better word, untangled with his entanglements with that woman, it's gonna be the same way. Okay, he got to recognize that who's for me and who's not for me. Okay, now they were separated one time, and now they're back together again. So I would suggest that Will Smith think about and follow his mama's advice. I bet you his mom was telling him, "You leave that girl alone, boy. She ain't no good for you, and son. And I'm told you let that girl go. She ain't good for you, son. When you gonna learn, boy?" But you know, I know she doing that. She a good mother. She doing that. Let's go right there. Who we got? Murphy. He said, and taking his aggressions out on other people, he was still totally wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. You know, you can't. Will Smith is wrong, and he sure ain't wrong. When you wrong, you wrong. I guarantee you, he done lost a lot of fans because of his action. He showed he was a coward. I'm sorry, but that's when you get a defenseless man. The man, I can see the man getting ready to fight at that, but the man didn't even have his guards up. He had his hand behind his back. Now, this is what he should do. He gonna get on the stage and confront the man. Yeah, confront him, okay? But don't hit him, man. I can see it pushing like that. So or point out, say, keep my wife's name out your mouth. And then go to see. What's wrong with that? He didn't hit him. He just told him something to his face. What's wrong with that? He didn't do it that way. That's rejected. So let's go around here. Who we got? Terry from he says, Bobby, and all those actors you mentioned have one thing in common. They didn't run around with 100. Yes, see, man. Denzel, It's important. They kept the circles clear and free from that Hollywood realm, that Hollywood line of people that would have a tendency to do drugs and all that kind of gossip, crazy stuff. They didn't fool with that. They wanted down to earth, same type people. That's what happens when you hook up with another Hollywood person. It brings you into the Hollywood circle, and you know what goes on in Hollywood? Everything you can think of, and then some dirty. Let's go right here. Who we got? Lou, what's up, man? He said, go Buffalo Bill. Okay. I knew the Buffalo Bill fan. Hey, man, Buffalo, Buffalo was good back in the day when OJ was on it. Other than that, Buffalo ain't never do the whole lot, But they I think they've been in Super Bowl 1 or 2 times anyway. They tried to go. But yeah, Buffalo's, they doing good this year. They got a good quarterback, man. Let's go Buffaloes, go Falcons. Okay? You with me, man? You with me, Lou? Let's go right here. Who we got? Lou, he said, you right, I know you're a Bill fan, man. If I sorry, man. Hey, your team is your team. Go for your team, man. Don't let nobody say nothing bad about your team unless you come and say something good about it. If they say something bad about your team, say something good about your team. That's what I do. You say something bad about the Falcons, I'm going to say something good about the Falcons. But you say something bad about the Saints, I ain't going to say nothing good about the Saints. Nah. I'm just saying, man. Let's go right there. Who we got? Murphy, he said, Will insulted Chris on a public platform, and I think that he should go back and apologize face-to-face on a public platform. Yeah, I think so, too. I think that would be totally appropriate to apologize publicly. What's wrong with that? Have a press conference and have all the press be there and say, look, I did wrong against Chris Rock. I humbly apologize to him publicly and personally. And I ask you to forgive me, man. I'm sorry. That was so out of character for me to do that to you. And I was wrong. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's what a real man would do. I tell y'all all the time, I mess up. I know I messed up. I'm going to confess up. You need to fess up. Right, everybody, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, America has a way that they will run a black man's shortcomings into the ground. Yet, people like Elvis and Trump gets a free ride. Sit back and watch how America will try to destroy Will Smith. Yeah, they're already nailing him to the cross. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all think I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm not. Like I told you at the beginning of the show, I don't pull people down. That's not my thing. I know you did something wrong. I'm going to try to reach you and teach you about what you did. We all God's children. You know what I'm saying? God got everybody in this earth. We all God's children. Well, I'm going to try to pull you down and you my brother. Am I not my brother's keeper? You know what I'm saying? I am my brother's keeper. Even if you're doing wrong, I might not want to be bothered with you for a time, but if I'm true to what I'm talking about, I gotta get with you. I gotta make it up. We gotta get this thing right. And so I don't want y'all to say, well, you need to put a Will Smith down, you put the whole family down. Call out what I see so they can people can understand where they are. And maybe, just maybe do better. Right, Jane, who we got? Murphy Hick, he said, let's be honest. Sin is fun. That's why dirt is so popular. But the wages of sin is death, guys. Thus saith the Lord. Yeah, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin. The Bible says in Romans that the wages of sin is death. But the gift of God, that's the second part of that statement, is eternal life. Okay? So which one are you going to choose? Deadly, stinking ways, or God that live in prosperous ways? I want the right way, the tight way, the long way, the strong way. That's Will Smith didn't do it right that time. But that don't make him. Does that make him a loser for life? No. That makes him made a mistake. He made a wrong decision. But somebody will let that wrong decision in their minds make him the worst person ever for the rest of their life. And so we can't afford to do that. He has so much great potential in him. So we need to pray for the brother. Ron Cherry, Bobby DC, One Nation, under group, what up? Terry Fleming, he said they tried to destroy Michael Jackson, James Brown, Teddy Pendergrass, and every black person that has made a name. Yeah, right about that. Martin Luther King tried to destroy him. The FBI put surveillance on him. He was the number one enemy in the FBI site when Martin Luther King came out. Every FBI agent was trained to observe him, watch out for him. They had people infiltrating Martin Luther King's circle, playing like they was for him, but they would go back and report to the FBI. This is what he said. He get ready to do this. kind of stuff. They try to, but that's life. That's a part of life. If you got this melanin in your skin, you got to deal with it. Okay, that's just a part of being a Black American in America. And is it right? No, it's not right, and it'll never be right. But that's that's the deck. That's the deck we got to deal with. That's the deck that was dealt to us, and that's the hand we got to deal with. It's not a good hand, not a winning hand, But we can make it a winning hand by being disciplined, being courageous, being smart, and stop being crazy, doing crazy stuff. Okay, let's go around here. Who we got? Louis, I believe those Oscar governors are going to make an example of Will and take this out. I don't think so. Give it to Denzel Washington. That's why it's taking so long to give out this punishment. I don't think they're going to get. They could, and they would be perfectly legal in them doing so. Okay, I really think they would be legal. It would be okay if they did it, man. But I don't think they're going to take that away from them. It's too much work involved in getting that Oscar. You might want to take it away. I think they're going to suspend him. That's what I think. I think they're going to suspend him for maybe next 2 or 3 Oscars or something like that, or him taking away the ability for him to ever win an Oscar again. But I don't think they're going to take it away. If they do, that's fine too. But that's my personal opinion. I don't think they're going to take it away. Right, Chan, who we got? Louis said, Will lost me as a fan. He made a song called Just the Two of Us. And me and my son would sing that song each other's mouth so much. Thinking about how much, thinking about now makes me emotional. I understand, man. Will Smith, from Fresh Prince until now, has been an icon on TV and in the movies for many, many people, black and white, blue and brown, Chinese, whatever, man. And now we have to deal with the discrepancy of his on the film character, just always a strong, positive man, versus the in life character we see now as a weak man. Okay, I had to deal with that. I had him up here as a strong man. Now I realize he's not as strong as I thought he was. Does that make me give him up totally? No, I'm not gonna give him up. I just gonna pray for Will that he can open his eyes and see and make some changes in his life. And I understand that what's happening with him is happening to many other people in this world. We get hooked up with some negative people, and then we get just as negative as they are. We have to be guarded about the friends and the circle we keep with. That's why when I find, let's say I just meet you today, and we all thing you talk about is negativity and all that. All you talk about this, man, I'm gonna bang this woman, man, we gonna be and she ain't nothing, man. I see all that, man. Okay. Hey, man, nice meeting you. I'm out. You ain't gonna help me. I'm done. I don't want negative ideas coming to me. I'm trying to be positive. You got to separate the negativity from the positivity in your life if you want to move up in your life with no strive in that rhyme. Let's go. That's it. All right, man. It's been really been real. We got to go. We got to go. This is BobbieD. Say, take care. God bless. And I gotta get this off the screen. Sorry, I gotta get this off the screen first. This is BobbieD said, take care. All the way down there. A good conversation today, guys. The one thing I need y'all to work on is I need some donation to the nation. Now, you don't say I'm big, because I'm big. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. YouTube tells me that I have the ability to ask for donations. Okay? The Bible tells me that you have now because you ask now. Okay? The Bible tells me also, ask and it shall be given unto you. So I'm asking. I'm not begging. There's a big difference. Give donations. If you get something out of this program, this YouTube channel that we put on for you, we do it regularly. We just don't come every now and then. I see, whatever I see now. I come up. I'm pretty consistent. I'm more consistent now than I was before Odette. Okay? Because I understand now. I appreciate that it's a privilege to come to you guys. And because I came before, I didn't have a motive. I had to go outside and do video. Now it's a privilege. I can do it in my house, my home. So I'm consistent. I need you to be more consistent. Many of you guys show up every time and you don't get one peso. Don't even say thank you. You just show up. Think about what you're doing. Okay? I'm not saying it's just for me, but it's for you. I'm trying to help you build your character. Whenever you get something out of something or someone, you have to do something to show your what? Appreciation. And one of the common, the most easiest ways to do that is to give a donation. I'm gonna ask you for $500. Now, I ask you $2 pound. Whatever you can give, man. Give $1, give $1. Make me holler. Yeah, yeah. Whatever you got. And don't lie to me and say, well, I ain't got nothing. Stop lying to me, man. Come on, play the game with me. If you're a grown man over 25, you got some money. You got a job, but if you don't have a job, you're laid off, you're getting a check, you got money. $2 ain't gonna hurt you. What's 50 cents? $1? Come on, man. Make me holler. Give. That's all I'm telling you, man. Give. The more you give, the more you shall what you see. That's just the way I believe. I've been living that way all my life. Okay? That's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless. Peace.